Okay, today we're going to talk about how you can play a song on the piano using chords and how you can start simply with just basic major and minor triads. And then as you get better, more confident, more tools in your toolbox, you can use seventh chords and ninth chords to add a layer of richness and complexity to your playing. So a good song for this is Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder. I googled Isn't She Lovely chords, and on Ultimate Guitar it gave me the chords. Key of E. So let's take a look at the primary chords they're using in this song. So you see the first primary chord, C sharp minor 7. Then you see F sharp 9. You see B9. And you're thinking, what is this minor 7? What is this 9? We're going to get into that later. But don't be intimidated by this if you're not there yet. You can just play the C sharp minor. You don't need to play the 7th. You could just play the F sharp. You don't need to play the 9. So let's do that first. So C sharp minor, right? So you start with C sharp. Remember the minor chord is up 3 half steps and then up 4. So 1, 2, 3, then up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is your C sharp minor chord. It has C sharp, E, and G sharp. The F sharp major chord, you start with your F sharp. You're going to go up 4 and then 3 because it's a major triad. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There is your F sharp major. And it's all black keys and you can play inversions. Now you have B major. So you start with B and you go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then up 3. 1, 2, 3. There's your B major chord. It's B, D sharp, F sharp. And then it finishes with E. Okay, so we'll just play that first without getting into the 7ths and the 9ths, just so you can see it still sounds fine. So, isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than a minute old. Right, so I didn't add the 7ths or the 9ths there. Still sounds nice. You can sing it. You can add different inversions. So, isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than a minute old. So the point there is, okay, you see a song, oh, it's got this 7th or a major 7th or a 9th. I'm not there yet. It's okay. You can just play the triad. It's going to sound fine. But we want to be able to continue to get better, and that's what the piano's great for. You're never going to fully master it. There's always something else. So let's look at these 7th chords and these 9th chords. So it says C sharp minor 7th. Okay, so that means you're going to play the C sharp minor chord, and then you're going to add the 7th, the minor dominant 7th here, which is just this B flat, right? So that's your C sharp minor 7th. Or another way to play this, you can move that B further down. So that's just the C sharp minor, and then you're playing the 7th. We call that the 7th because there's 8 notes in an octave. So if this is 8, one step below it, there's your 7. Right? And it adds a little bit of tension in there when you get this B, and it's going to resolve down to the A sharp when you play the next chord, which is your F9. So you'll play your F9. So now the F9 is the 7th chord, but adding a 9th on top. So what's a 9th? Well, if there are 8 notes in a key, they're an octave, right? So these are all, 8 notes above each other, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp. The 9 is going to be one full step above it, which in this case is your G sharp. So the G sharp on top is the 9th above this F sharp. So if you want to play the F sharp 9 chord, you can play something like this. So you your F sharp 7 chord. So let's build that. There's your F sharp 7, and then the 9 is going to be right on top of that. So you've got an E and a G sharp in here. It adds a little bit more flavor, a little bit more tension. And then that's going to resolve down here. This E is going to resolve in the B. So in the B9, we're going to play the B7 chord, but then we're going to add a 9, which is this C here. Right? So when I play this C, that's adding the 9, because if you look at a B7 chord, right? Then you add that C sharp to get the B9. The C sharp is the ninth note above the B. It's also the 2, but we say the 9 just because as you're building a chord, it has a nice interval when you put it on top. It doesn't get muddied up in the bottom there. All right, so now we understand the minor 7th and the 9 chord, so we can add that to our song. So you're playing the intro here, C sharp minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than a minute old. I never thought that love could be. Oh, did I go into some new chords there? Yes, I did. So you go on the bridge and you see A major 7th, right? So the A major 7th, different than just the A7, is going to take that 7th and move it up 1/2 step. So if you just saw A and 7 and you didn't see that MAG for major there, this would be your A7th chord. All right, so you've got your root, your third, your major third, and then your 5th for the A, and then your 7th would be right there, one full step below the A, the G. But in this case, the A major 7th, you're going to raise that last 7th up. So you're only coming down a 1/2 step from this A, and you're on the G sharp. So here's your A major 7th. And I played that in the song just by playing the A's in the bottom in an octave, and the C sharp and the G sharp in my right hands here. So it's like, I never thought that love could be. So that's another new song too, or new chord too. So you have the G sharp 7 flat 5th. Okay, we're going through a lot of new ones here, but really, or flat 9th. This is really a 9th chord, but you're just going to flat the 9th. So in this case, the G sharp, if you were to build up that chord, so G sharp 7, so here's your G sharp chord, and then your 7 would be like this. All right, so my 9th, if I wanted to play G sharp 9th, I'd play here. But this says flat 9th, so I just move that down one. And now there's a lot of tension in this chord. This one really wants to resolve, and it does pretty quickly to the G sharp 7. So you play this G sharp 9th, or G sharp 7 flat 9th, and then it resolves to the G sharp 7. So you put them together. I never thought that love could be, making one as lovely as she, so very lovely, made from love. Let's play. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than a minute old. I never thought that love could be, making one as lovely as she, so very lovely, made from love. Right, and the song repeats, so you know all the chords there. You don't have to play the 7th, you don't have to play the 9th. You can simplify it and it still sounds really nice. But you have that option to add those chords, those notes, those layers in, and just add that little extra to your playing. All right, so thank you. If you like this video, throw me a like and hope you're having a good day. Take care.